Hi, I'm Money Mike. I teach personal finance stuff the way it should have been taught in school. Credit cards. You've heard of them. You probably want one. But no one ever really explained how they work. They just handed you a plastic rectangle and said, be careful. So, let's fix that. Today, we're breaking down what credit cards actually are, the perks and benefits, the stuff they don't tell you, like fees, and how to pick the right one without ruining your life. Quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice, and it is entirely for entertainment purposes only. So, what is a credit card? After you apply for one, the bank gives you a card with a certain allowed amount. It's not free money. It's borrowed money that you agree to pay back, either in full every month, smart, or over time with interest. Ouch. Use it right? You build credit and get rewards. Use it wrong? You start funding your bank's beach house. Section 1. Annual fees, the sneaky membership tax. Some credit cards charge an annual fee, like $95, $250, sometimes even $695. Why? Because they offer premium perks. But if you're just starting out, you don't need to pay to play. Stick to no annual fee cards until you're confident the rewards outweigh the cost. Free is good. We like free. Section 2. Cashback versus points. Pick your flavor. There are two main ways credit cards give you rewards. Cashback. Simple. You spend, they give you a percentage back, usually 1.5% to 2%. Groceries? Cashback. Gas? Cashback. It's like a mini refund on everything you buy. Best for beginners who just want something easy and useful. Points and miles. More complicated. You earn points you can redeem for flights, hotels, gift cards, or the illusion of luxury. Cool if you travel. Confusing if you don't. Pro tip. Don't pick a travel card if the only place you go is Target. Section 3. Intro offers, aka free bait you can actually use. A lot of credit cards come with intro offers to get your attention, and some of them are actually legit. Let's break it down. 0% APR intro offers. Translation, no interest for a while. APR stands for annual percentage rate, which is just a fancy way of saying how much the bank charges you to borrow money. Normally, if you don't pay off your credit card bill in full, the bank charges you interest every month, sometimes 20% or more. But some cards offer 0% APR for the first 12 to 18 months, meaning you can carry a balance without paying interest during that intro period. Let's say you buy a laptop for $600 and can't pay it all off right away. With a 0% APR card, you can split that cost over several months without getting penalized. But once the 0% period ends, if you still owe money, they start charging interest. And it adds up fast. So use it as a tool, not an excuse to overspend. Intro bonuses. Some cards also give you a bonus if you spend a certain amount in the first few months. Like, spend $500 in 3 months, get $200 back. If you were going to spend that money anyway, groceries, gas, bills, that's free money. If you're just buying random junk to hit the bonus, that's how we don't do it. Section 4. Perks and extras, the fancy stuff. Some cards come with cool benefits like airport lounge access, free snacks and comfy chairs instead of waiting at gate 46, monthly credits. Get $10 to $25 a month for food apps, streaming services, rideshare, etc. Pre-sale tickets and VIP access, concerts, events, etc. Travel insurance and purchase protection. Helpful if you lose luggage or get scammed. Just remember, these perks usually come with high annual fees. So don't fall for the shiny stuff unless you're going to use it. Section 5. What to look for in your first card. If you're just getting started, here's what to prioritize. No annual fee. You shouldn't have to pay just to own a card when you're learning the ropes. Cashback. 1.52% on everyday purchases. Simple, straightforward rewards that put money back in your pocket. 0% intro APR for the first 12 to 15 months. Optional. Great if you're planning a big expense you can't pay off all at once. Just have a plan. Reports to all 3 credit bureaus. You want your good behavior to be tracked. That's how your credit score grows. No confusing reward categories. Skip the rotating nonsense and pick a card that just works. Bonus tip. It's often easier to get approved for a credit card from the same bank where you already have a checking or savings account. They already know you, so it can make the approval process smoother and faster. Section 6. Mike's Golden Rules. Pay in full. Always. Carrying a balance equals giving free money to the bank. Don't do it. Unless you have a card with 0% APR, in which case you still have to pay the minimum amount each month. Never miss a payment. Set up autopay. Minimum payment at least. It protects your credit score. Keep utilization low. Try to use less than 30% of your credit limit. $300 out of $1,000 max is ideal. Check your statements. Fraud happens. Stay alert. Your money deserves supervision. Section 7. When should you get your first credit card? The best time to get a credit card? The second you turn 18. Or if you're already past that, right now. Here's why. Building credit takes time, and the age of your credit history is a huge part of your credit score. The earlier you start, the longer your credit history becomes, and that gives you a big boost down the line. Even if you don't use the card much, just having one open, paid off, and used occasionally, like for gas or Netflix, helps build trust with lenders. Future you will thank you when it's time to buy a car, rent an apartment, or qualify for better credit cards with bigger perks. Just start small, spend responsibly, and don't wait for the perfect time. Because the best time is when you can control your spending and stay disciplined. Credit cards aren't evil. They're just tools, like hammers. You can build a house or smash your own toes. Start simple, use it smart. And never forget, interest is just the tax on not paying attention. Subscribe to get your personal finances in order.